Now, a three-part court ruling has effectively paved the way for the ascension of Prince Misuzulu Zulu to the AmaZulu throne. The Pietermaritzburg High Court ruling handing down that judgment yesterday. Newzroom Afrika's senior politics reporter, Ziyanda Ngcobo, was there. She has the details. All right. Apologies for that. We seem to have some trouble queuing that package for you. But that is a big story insofar as what has been an incredibly long court challenge in the AmaZulu royal family. And once we have that package for you, we will bring it to you right here on the channel. In fact, here it is.
The Pietermaritzburg High Court has dismissed the first Queen, Sibongile Dlamini Zulu's application, where she claimed she was entitled to half of everything the late King Goodwill Zwelithini owned. Judge Mjabliseni Madondo found that it was premature to make a ruling on this, as the estate hasn't even been wound up yet.
The African Queen seeks a declaration that she is entitled to a 50% share of the joint estate. However, it is not clear from the application as to what type of estate the applicant Queen lays her 50% claim, regard being had to the fact that the estate of the royal household is divided into 5 categories. That she is entitled to 50% of the estate is a proprietary consequence of her marriage in common of property, and the law is clear on the subject. However, as to what estate she lays 50% claim to is, in my view, a matter for the executor and ultimately the master of the High Court to determine at an appropriate time when the liquidation and distribution account lies for inspection and claims by various queens are determined.
Meanwhile, Princesses Ntombizosutu Zulu Duma and her sister Ntandoyenkosi Zulu have 15 days to launch a fresh court challenge which would rubber stamp whether or not the late king's will is valid. If they fail to do so within this time frame, they risk resuscitating the process of distributing the deceased estate.
The impeachment of the late Silo's will has no bearing whatsoever on the succession dispute, since the name of Prince Misuzulu does not feature anywhere therein. The applicant princesses further do not claim that Prince Misuzulu was not identified or appointed in accordance with Zulu customary law and traditions, or that they or someone else has a better entitlement or right than that of Prince Misuzulu to succeed to the throne. There is therefore no dispute for the Premier or the President to investigate and to refer back to the Zulu royal family.
An attempt to halt the coronation of Prince Misuzulu Zulu was also iced after the ruling repeatedly emphasized that a meeting of the royal family on the 14th of May last year and not the courts nominated him to become king.
There's nothing else which is stopping the President, Mr. Cyril Ramaphosa, even the Premier, of saying we have complied with all the processes that are there. We are going ahead with the coronation of the Prince.
AmaZulu traditional Prime Minister Prince Mangosuthu Buthelezi says he's grateful the matter has finally been put to rest.
We look forward to restored unity under the reign of His Majesty our King, and I hope that he himself is ready, because this is a very big challenge to him, and he himself should be ready. The matters of the late King's estate and will shall be dealt with in accordance with today's judgment. We wish to thank Justice Madondo for his wisdom, for his fairness, and great care in judging this matter.
The ball is now back in President Cyril Ramaphosa's court after Wednesday's ruling effectively gave him the green light to sign off on the certification of King Misuzulu Zwelithini on behalf of the state. On the other hand, it's yet to be seen whether the two aggrieved princesses will mount a new legal battle within the next prescribed 15 days, where trial court would have to make a pronouncement on the validity of the late king's will. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Pietermaritzburg.